feelings before going, and when you went there, what did you see?
One of the most pleasant things that happens in this relationship is that I receive periodic visitors from members of the Institute for Interfaith Dialogue. They'll come to my office. Usually it's just not one person who comes, but two. On this one day, I was phoned, and I was asked if I would have some time to meet with some of them. And lo and behold, four of them came this time in the delegation. And I thought, well, this must really be serious, because it's not just two people, now it's four. And when they sat down, I was wondering what they were going to ask me. I didn't know whether they were going to ask me to participate in another conference, or they were going to ask me about some relationships with the Diocese of Galveston-Houston. And they simply sat down and, much to my surprise, they said to me, "Father, we would like you to be our guest on a trip to Turkey." And I was really astounded. First of all, I never imagined that I would ever visit Turkey. I visited many, many, many countries throughout the world, but I had never had the opportunity to go to Turkey. And the only obstacle in my mind was to whether I had other obligations at that time. And I thank God that I did not have any other major obligations or commitments, and I was able to go. So we went to Turkey between the 10th and the 20th of December in 2004, and I had no idea about what was going to transpire on this trip. I was totally in their hands, totally open to whatever would unfold, and went with an eagerness to be able to embrace all of the beauty and all of the depth of Turkish culture and Islamic faith as they lived it. And from the moment that we got on the plane, I was like a child, excited about the opportunity to learn something new, meet new people, and really adapt to a new way of life as much as I could. So we got there, and from the moment that we set foot on Turkish soil, Turkish hospitality and the Turkish welcome overwhelmed us. And I have to tell you also that I have never in all of my life received such lavish hospitality, warmth of welcome, and affection as I received on this trip. It was a moment of transformation for me in my life, culturally, but more specifically spiritually, because the most important thing for me of the whole trip was entering into prayer with my Muslim brothers and sisters. Prayer for me is another word for relationship. Prayer isn't not something just that we do. Prayer for me is the way that we are, what our being is all about, and the way that we express most fully the beauty of what it means to be a human being created by God, relating to God, totally dependent upon God. And this is exactly what I felt when I was with the group in Turkey. In fact, on the very first day, I said to the leaders of the group, the most important thing will be for me to go with you to the mosque. I want to go to the mosque to pray.